Matthew,
Damien.
how are you?
Excellent, thank you. How are you?
Good, thanks. Okay, so we're going to talk about objections.
Yes.
So objections happen at any stage during the sales cycle.
Sure.
Very high incidence of objections when we're doing things like telemarketing and trying to get a toe in where there's no trust.
Got it.
So I've seen all your videos on your Velocity Selling YouTube channel, and I know you handle objections there specifically, and you talk about that you guys don't have objections because you're not doing the talking. So maybe you can actually talk a little bit about that, and then advance warning, we're going to do a bit of I've got a scenario that I want you to take me through.
Sure, I love doing stuff live.
Yeah. So a common scenario that we have in the digital marketing industry.
Yep.
Puts you under pressure as
Perfect.
a sales guru.
Okay.
But yeah, let's talk about why in your system you don't have objections.
Yeah, so look, in the early part of any sales conversation, it's not about me, my FAB, my future feature advantage benefit. It's not about me and my products, my services, my ability to rank or anything like that. It's actually about the result. And we've already spoken about that in other videos. It's about the result we create. So when we are creating a conversation and we don't have that trust yet with a customer, we don't want to call up and say, hey, we build websites or we do great pay-per-click, because nobody wants that. I think I've already established that answer.
Let's do the doctor one about the obese person walking in.
Yeah. So imagine if you, let's put yourself in the mindset. Let's say you're an overweight 50-year-old male who smokes. Okay, so I know that neither of us are that, but imagine you walk in the doctor office, the doctor takes a look at you and go, you fit my demographic, you fit my avatar of a good customer. So the avatar is, well, overweight males who are over 50 who smoke. Well, sir, before you even started today, by the look of you, you need a bypass surgery, or would you like angioplasty? I've got these great, which would you prefer? And that's how 99% of businesses operate, is they actually think that the customer is even somewhat informed about what's good for them.
Yeah.
And so what do? And this is the real challenge, is they go, well, if I need a bypass or an angioplasty, actually, I don't even know if they're the same thing, I'm not a doctor, but they go, well, what's the universal language that everybody speaks, regardless of language barrier, age barrier, everybody speaks the same language if they don't understand something. Do you know what that is?
No.
Price.
Price. Good point.
So they go, angioplasty, diet and exercise, bypass, this one.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's the cheapest.
Yeah.
So they then reverse engineer it and reverse justify it to themselves.
So what we're basically saying here is, in digital marketing, what we don't want to do is go in and say, look, I'm a digital marketer, I build websites.
That's right.
Because
you're
like
website
client, I build websites.
Cool, I build websites.
Here's the price list.
Let's Google that. And how much is a website? Well, hang on, can't I just build one in Wix for $39?
Exactly.
Why do I need to pay you $6,000? And actually, one of my clients just had one built for $17,000.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't they just build it in Wix if it was about price and if they're all the same? Because they can't. There's no way for them to understand what they're getting until they understand what the result will be.
Okay. So in your system of selling, how do you not put that type of thing in front of a prospect so you don't get that pushback straight away?
Yeah, so we go a much higher level. We talk at the strategy level. So if we're having a conversation with that, with the dentist, for example, where after we've spoken with our existing best top 5 or 8 or 10 customers, we understand the result we've created, then we work with dentist companies like yours or dentistry people like yours to create a business that works without you, or we create a business that creates enough leads that you can choose your perfect client.
Yeah.
You go, how do you do that? And then you're actually involved in that conversation. And then it's more about, hey, we build websites for dentists. Cool. How cheap is it?
Yeah.
Make sense?
Okay. And this brings up your 70-30 rule also again.
Yeah, absolutely. So other than in videos like this, I'm doing most of the question. I'm asking most of the questions. So if you think about it in the early stages of a conversation, you're not qualified to prescribe anything. You might know that every time you engage with a customer, you build landing pages, web pages, and do a pay-per-click advertising, and then put SEO stitched in behind. You know that's what that looks like. But the client needs to understand that you understand the end result that you're creating. So the 70-30 rule is they're answering questions 70% of the time, and you're asking questions 30% of the time. So what that means is there's no room to pitch. at all in the early stages until you fully understand what their end result looks like.
So
up until then,
never talk about a website, never
not
talk
at all.
about SEO, never talk
Don't
about
mention it.
AdWords.
That's right.
Because you're asking questions.
That's right, because they don't want it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So there's some theoretical stuff around how to structure your conversations at the start of a relationship, so you're not putting information in front of a prospect to create an objection.
That's right.
All right. So.
Oh, just one thing on objections, if I could. If there is one major objection you keep getting, then bring that up early. So that might be something you want to think about. And I might do another video about that at another time. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, that's right. I know you've got there are some more objections on, I'll put the velocity selling link for YouTube below. I know there's a couple of ones. You've got a good one there about if you keep getting the same objection, it's probably something inside you too. So look at some personal growth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have a look at that video. It's really cool.
Yeah.
But I want to put this scenario. So I'm a dentist. You're a digital marketing agency.
Yes.
This happens all the time in digital marketing. My clients talk about it all the time. And the scenario is this, is that, you know, SEO or AdWords, you know, a lead generation strategy, you've done your research, right? You found this prospect because he's spending advertising somewhere. He's on a billboard, or he's in a trade magazine, or you saw him in the Virgin magazine as you're flying.
So spending money already.
Spending money.
Got it.
Perfect. And he understands the value of spending money to develop business. Because at Globotel we give all our agencies unlimited complimentary audits, so they can get a full picture of what's going on with his client digitally. You've done an SEO audit.
Mm-hmm.
You see he's ranking page 2 to 5. He's not on page 1 unless for some crappy no value keywords that give you 10 visits a month.
Yep.
You know, real simple but impactful issues with their on-page and off-page SEO.
Mm-hmm.
You know you can help this guy. You know you can turn it around in 3 to 6 months. You know you can add great value.
Sure.
You've done all that research. You do telemarketing.
Yep.
The agencies that work with us that work really well and grow fast, they all do telemarketing. Don't be afraid of it. This is your approach. You get into the decision maker.
Mm-hmm.
You know you can help this guy. You've done the research, and you introduce yourself. And the objection is, thanks for your call. I already have someone helping me. It's my brother. My brother does all this for me. Where do you go from there?
Yeah, okay. So what we want to do is we're going to open the conversation, making sure we're looking at the customer's summit. We want to get them already understand where most people in the dentistry, Mr. Dentist, in that space. So if we know that, and that might be a constant flow of leads giving you orthodontic work. Yeah, because it's not just, so when you do marketing for a customer, you don't just want to say, we'll get you general things, because the more narrow you can get, the more niche you can get for a customer or and have them identify their highest paying, lowest effort, biggest margin product, and that might be orthodontic work.
Yeah.
So you can actually say, well, how are you? So the conversation is, we work with businesses like yours to provide orthodontic leads that give you X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
And they go, oh, but my brother does all of that.
Yeah, that's the objection.
Yeah, got it. So, oh, look, my brother does all that.
So this is a challenge, hey, because it's not just I've got someone doing it already. It's a family member. So you can't go and say it's crap.
No, that's right.
You're gonna put it's a relationship. It's gonna put a trigger and just shut you down. So what's the step?
Yeah, cool. So first of all, you want to respect that they've already taken some action. So, oh, that's fantastic. You've got somebody you trust helping you out with those things. When was the last time you had a conversation about the overall strategy and how you can actually achieve and get those high-paying, high-margin clients?
Yeah, great.
And they go, oh, well, he just does the website and this, that, and the other. I said, well, look, I appreciate that. What I would suggest is, shall we go ahead and make a time where we can actually sit down and go through and understand, not at the website stuff and pay-per-click stuff or even the SEO side, but I want to sit a bit higher and understand what's the strategy to get you the high-paying, high-value clients. Yeah, and so we're way away from all that other technical stuff that you'll probably end up doing. Yeah. We want to get away from that.
So you could even ask a clarifying question, which may be a closed question, which will lead to another open question, which would be like, when was the last time you sat down? Oh, yeah, we just do a bit of website work. It's like, oh, so what you're saying is that the support you get from your brother isn't actually driven by specific strategy.
Yeah.
to get you the leads you need. And that'll be, yes, that's correct, it's not. Would you like, and then that will, you know, it can lead to the next question. What value do you think, and you can even bring the brother in, what value do you think would add to your business if we actually understood what these strategic objectives were, and we tied your brother into the process and tried to align the activities around your marketing with these strategic objectives? Would that be of value?
Yeah, great. So you look, we work with a number of agencies and certainly people in-house and externally, but what we're really interested in is the strategy to make sure we drive those high-value clients to you, because I'm sure that you've got lots of very convenient clients who come in for a clean every 3 months, but really what you want is, and of course, if you're going to niche down into an industry, you need to get really good at that. You need to understand their highest paying. So if you're dealing with plumbers, it's water coolers, because installing a water cooler is it doesn't cost the plumber very much, but it's actually a high value installation, so they're going to get more money out of doing that. So if a plumber, all they did all day was put in water heaters, then they're buying a new yacht this year. Same with the dentist. If all they're doing is orthodontic work or whatever that piece is, most dentists know that, well, the path is, well, we'll do a clean which costs X and they get that back on insurance, and then maybe. But if we could actually attract for the dentist people who want the orthodontic work, then they've got it made in the shade. They are buying the new yacht this year. So that's what you've got to do. If you're going to work in an industry or a vertical, understand what the highest value piece is for them and go after it.
So it's a bit more research there.